Hi, this is Dale Buchanan, the host of Puppy Talk Podcast. Before we get started today, I wanted to let you know of my new book, The Complete Puppy Training Manual. It's available on Amazon in 4 formats: Kindle ebook, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook. You can find it on Amazon right now. It's called The Complete Puppy Training Manual, and I will put a link in the show notes of this episode. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers advice on how to raise a healthy, happy, and obedient puppy. This podcast is sponsored by Top Gun Dog Training. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast now so you don't miss a single episode of Puppy Talk. Welcome to episode number 8 of Puppy Talk. 6 ideas for socializing your puppy. This is mainly for the critical socialization period between 4 and 12 weeks old, but these tips can also be applied to puppies up to a year old. You want to make sure that you get your puppy socialized early on. The day that you get them, start socializing them with people. And I'm going to give you some ideas to make this happen. Now, one disclaimer is always listen to your vet, because your vet is going to tell you, don't let your puppy in contaminated grass before they have their 3rd round of shots and before their immune system is built up, and also before they have rabies, which typically happens at 16 weeks. So keep that in mind, and we go right into idea number 1. Taking your puppy for walks on the street or sidewalk and having them be introduced to a variety of people: children, men, women, all ages, people in uniform, people in hats. They should be meeting 1, 2, or 3 new people every single day for the first month of their life with you. This is very important because you do not want the puppy developing fear towards people later in life, which at that point, when they're 8, 10, 12 months old, it most of the time cannot be reversed. So you have to do socialization with your puppy during their critical period. And this is the first thing to do. Take them for walks outside on a 6-foot leash, social distance yourself, wear a mask, do everything you have to during the pandemic, and allow your puppy to socialize and greet people and be handled by a variety of people. Idea number 2, take your puppy for a lot of rides in the car and go through the drive-through or through a car wash and desensitize them to the sound of speakers and all of the sounds when you go through car wash and so forth. Have your puppy be in the car and learn how to be calm and desensitized to all of the stimulus that happens while you're in the car. Believe it or not, this is actually a great socialization exercise, because socializing a puppy doesn't just mean that they're interacting with people and other dogs. Socializing a puppy means that your puppy can be calm around all social situations. Idea number 3. Take trips to the pet store with your puppy. Have your puppy go in there and get distracted by all of the scents of the bones and the treats and the dog food, but still be able to focus and check back in with you, greet people, greet the workers there, and go and interact with a variety of different stimulus that are there at the pet store. For Dixie, this has been one of the greatest gifts ever. Starting at 10 weeks old, the first week I had her, I brought her to the pet store. Now she's almost a year old, and when she goes to the pet store, it's like second nature to her. They know her, they love her, she loves everybody there. She'll go to the door and greet everybody. It's a field trip for her, and it's very, very fun, and it's a high level of socialization for any dog, especially puppies. Idea number 3, take your puppy to Home Depot or Lowe's, or any pet-friendly store. Now, the reason I like Home Depot or Lowe's is because those stores are big. They have big aisles. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of socialization that can happen for your puppy there. They have all kinds of noises and big ladders and these forklifts and all of this stuff that could make the puppy distracted and anxious. But when you desensitize them to the stimulus over time, they get used to it and they don't react to it anymore. And plus, they get a chance to interact with a lot of people there and maybe some other dogs. And the idea is for them to stay calm and relaxed and do a sit or a down or a stay and not have any type of harmful reaction or anything like that. You don't want them going to these stores and barking and carrying on. If that happens, they need some training. They're not mature enough to go there. So just, monitor that and see if they're ready for these stores, Home Depot or Lowe's, and take them there. Idea number 5, bring the puppy to a friend's house that you can trust. This friend can have other puppies, cats, dogs, any animals that your puppy can get socialized with and get used to. This is a great idea for your puppy learning to be calm and relaxed and have fun in different environments other than your home. Because the idea of all these tips is to get your puppy out of your home and get them out to the world, into the community, to interact and learn all of this. So bring in your puppy to a friend's house, and if they go in the yard, make sure the yard doesn't have contaminated feces of other dogs that could possibly get the puppy sick. And idea number 6, which is very important, have friends come visit your house as often as you can so your new puppy can get used to having people come over. I have trained too many pandemic puppies in 2020 where the owners never had anybody coming over to the house, and the puppy would bark and carry on and react and didn't know what to do and was threatened by that. So you don't want that to happen. When the puppy's young, between 8 and 16 weeks old or 20 weeks old, start bringing people over. If they have a puppy, bring that puppy over. Have a little play date for them. Get your puppy used to people knocking at the door, ringing the doorbell, coming into the house. If you've ever watched my recent videos of Dixie, when I have people come over, I take videos of it and Dixie lays on her place and she stays. So she doesn't rush to the door, she doesn't bark, she doesn't jump, she doesn't carry on. She waits till the people come in and I release her, and then she goes and greets the guest that came into the house. This is very important, and these are very important tips to help socialize your puppy, especially right now during the pandemic, during COVID-19, when a lot of people think that they can't socialize their puppy. Now, when your puppy's older, when your puppy has had all of its booster shots, usually is 16 weeks old and has its rabies, it can start going to doggy daycare. It can start going to the dog park. It can start going out to places on grass and play fetch with a long line, which is a long 30-foot leash. And you're more safe that way because the puppy's immune system is built up and it's less likely to catch any type of disease that could, affect them and be harmful to them. So I hope these ideas help for socializing your puppy. If you have any questions, be sure to check out our website, puppydogpodcast.com. And if you feel inclined, if you find this information helpful, there is even a donate button on there where you can make a small donation to this podcast. Thank you and have a great day. This is Dale Buchanan, host of Puppy Talk Podcast. I have an announcement of a new book that I just published called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback, soon to be available on audiobook. You can find out all the details of this book using the link in the show notes. It's called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's a comprehensive book with a simple and effective way to help potty train your puppy, and it really works. Check out the link in the show notes.